Hello ladies and gents, Django Health, Django here from Django Health and Fitness, and we have the lovely Sarah here. Hello, hello. Before we start, just want to quickly introduce Sarah to you guys and who Sarah is, what she does for a living. So yeah, shoot away, Sarah.
Okay, my name's Sarah. I work at a nursery school up at Bournemouth University. I've been there for 14 years, long time. Basically before that I was a nanny, which is when I put on a lot of weight. Being a nanny, being at home all the time.
So she actually looked after the kids at home?
Yeah, looked after the 3 children while my parents were out working. So I'm at home nipping in the cupboards. And that's when a lot of the weight went on. And then finishing that, I did manage to lose weight on my own, but using slimming, like a slimming magazine, diet sheets, the diet sheets.
And how did you initially hear about all this stuff?
Just by reading magazines myself and going in the shops and just finding things for myself, looking at magazines. Do
you know which magazines?
It was a slimming magazine.
Oh, I see, okay.
It was called Slimming.
Oh, just slimming, that's it, no specific brand.
Yeah, it wasn't a group or anything. I just found this diet sheet and just followed that. And then after that I did the, I laugh at it now, but the low fat diet.
How long ago was this?
That was 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had managed to keep it off, but fluctuating that part, that bit that you can never lose. Yeah. So, and it's literally just in the last year since I moved in here that I stopped exercising and started eating more. And getting a bit lazy.
But during your nanny, was it babysitting? Yeah. You went on your low fat diet with the new trend of sort of when it kicked in initially.
Basically,
were you exercising at the time?
Yes, not when I was nanny. When I left that, then I started trying to lose weight, and I joined a gym and did cardio till it was coming out my ears. Yeah. So it was like cross trainer crazy, and just did a lot of that.
So a bit of a cardio junkie at the time.
Yeah, and just did a lot of that, and the weight, I lost the weight that way the first time, but a lot of fluctuating in between, and still not eating the good foods because I was doing a lot of Weight Watchers meals as well. Yeah. Which and just because I think living on my own, you get lazy. Of course. And you can't be bothered to think about what to cook.
Yeah, it's very true actually. You have a family or partner to cook.
And when you come off a diet sheet, you kind of go, what do I eat now? I don't know. This is what I said to you about not being able to eat like a normal person. Yeah. Because I didn't know, unless I was following something, I didn't know how to eat like a regular person.
So you felt you needed something regimented, did you?
Yeah. So I was always following some kind of diet, or it has to be under a certain amount of fat per gram, 100 grams, and all that. And
and sort of, did you took all these lessons from obviously reading magazines and then that give you learning those lessons from the magazines made the choices that you took when shopping.
Yes. So and I think as well, then I got so hung up on calories and how much fat was in things, I couldn't make a spaghetti bolognese or a curry or something because I didn't know how much fat or how many calories were in it. So I was just, oh no, I'll just have a Weight Watchers meal because I know that's got that many calories in it and a few veg. So, but I knew I wasn't being healthy all the time. I was always worried about what my vitamin intake was or whether I was getting everything I needed. But I didn't know what to do because I just wander up and down the aisles. Like recently, before I joined you, I was in the supermarket walking up and down the aisles thinking, I'll get some different foods, and I didn't know what to eat. I just was like, I don't know what to get, and I was almost like, want to cry because I don't know what to buy. Just didn't know what foods to eat, which is what I loved about the things you were talking about when I watched your videos on your site. It was literally those videos that I was thinking, because you think you know everything about dieting and what you need to eat, but but you don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah, people do, but it doesn't know what affects
you. And it's like when I watched your videos, it was like everything I thought I knew was so wrong. And I was like, I've been doing it so wrong. So
but you can't blame yourselves, and Sarah shouldn't blame herself. It's just because of the misinformation that's out there. There's so much of it now.
And I realise that now. I kind of laugh. People don't know now.
I try and tell other talks I do when I'm meet other clients, I tell people like Sarah and everybody else, it's not your fault that you have been like this for such a long time. It's just like it's misinformation and just reading things like magazines that are out there that are printing all this mumbo jumbo really.
And I think you can understand a certain amount of what food is good for you and not good for you, but when you don't understand how it works in your body, whereas you explain and you kind of explain, you explain, and like with, your liver and everything. I had no idea the liver was involved in food. I thought it was just to do with alcohol. I was like, I didn't know, and that education has made such a difference to me. It's really turned my life around. So thank you.
Pleasure. And so you started with this in March.
Yeah, end of March.
And how did you find out about sort of the the camps? And...
Well, I found about you on Facebook. It just came up. I've been looking around, kind of toying with the idea of a boot camp, but I was a bit intimidated by them.
Okay, so why did you think boot camp, not just a gym or Zumba?
Because I was joining gyms. I kept joining different gyms, but I wasn't going. I couldn't get the motivation to go. And when I did go, I was thinking, oh, I've got such a long journey again to do all that cardio, and it took me a year before to get the weight back off. I just couldn't motivate myself anymore, whereas I used to be able to do it a little. I wasn't the best, but I could motivate myself a bit, whereas the last year I just couldn't get myself out running or to the gym or anything.
Yeah.
So I just felt I needed something different.
Okay.
And and then your site popped up on the adverts on the side of the page. It said Boscombe, which is literally just down here. So I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. And you did evening classes, which a lot of them are first thing in the morning. And the fact that it was evening as well, that's piqued
straight after work.
As well.
Sure.
And then, like I say, it was the videos that turned it around for me.
Cool. So you started in March.
Yeah, end of March.
And those first few weeks, how did you feel?
I found it really hard, but food-wise, I found really easy.
Okay, so what did you find hard?
I found the exercise hard.
Right.
People were asking me if I'm loving it. Are you loving it? And I was just like, I'm not sure I'm loving it yet. But then after a few weeks, once I really got into it, I've just been on a boot camp high ever since. Okay. I talk about it all the time.
Cool. And it's been March, so how many months have it been now?
This is the 4th month. July's my 4th month.
So how do you feel now? From when you started to now?
I feel amazing. I'm back in all my clothes because size 14 wasn't fitting me.
Right.
And now I had a wardrobe full of 10s and 12s.
Okay.
I'm back in them all, so I'm really pleased to be grabbing out the clothes that I haven't worn for the last year.
New clothes or bigger clothes.
Yeah, no. So I'm back in all those, which is really good, and I just feel really good. So I'm getting muscles in my arms, and
how's the response with friends? Family?
Yeah, people are commenting all the time. My work uniform's really big for me, so everyone's always commenting on how big it looks on me at the moment, and just a lot of people have said how much younger I look as well. Like they keep saying my skin's glowing. I'm like, oh, thank you.
So buying a pill, having shakes, it's all rubbish again.
Yeah, I know.
Exercise, good eating is a fountain of youth, literally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's made a huge difference.
Lovely. And if you don't mind saying the camera, how much weight have you lost?
I've lost 11.5 inches in all measuring, so I'm back in size 10 to 12.
But weight sort of...
I haven't actually weighed myself.
Okay.
No.
Do you know off the top of your head?
Because I'm afraid I don't do scales anymore.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that, do you
I gave that decision up? No, I gave that up a long time ago. I used to be terrified of the things like this, like, try to stand on them, and I thought, no, I can't do that.
For the viewers, what changed your mind? What? With the scales,
The scales, it was literally, I was so terrified of getting on them because it's like at the beginning of the morning you get on them.
Yeah.
It was almost too stressful stepping on them in the morning. Well, how much am I going to weigh, and has it moved a little bit? And it doesn't move very quick, whereas inches move quicker, I think.
Of course, yeah. And you can see the difference as well.
And going by your clothes, if you've already got clothes that don't fit you, that's, when you're getting in those again, it's great.
So have you got scales in the house?
No.
You haven't?
No, I haven't had scales for years.
Oh, brilliant. Good big lesson to do that. Get rid of the scales.
Get rid of the scales, definitely.
Get yourself a nice camera, okay?
Yeah, the photos help too.
Get yourself a nice camera, get your tape measure. In fact, if you want to email me, I'll send you a tape measure if you haven't got one. Well done, congratulations, basically. And so you lost basically a couple of dress sizes.
Yes.
Complete transformation.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're much happier as you are now.
Yeah, hugely happy.
When you get those treats in front of you, what happens then? At work, you say. People bring those treats in front of your faces. They've shoved in your face.
I know. Well, I don't find that I crave them like I used to. I used to almost get like a...
So the addiction's gone now as well.
And I used to have to have my break at certain times, and everyone used to laugh like, "Oh, Sarah needs a break." Midway, Sarah's hungry. But now I'm saying, "Oh, I'm fine. I can wait," and everyone's like, "Really? Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not hungry." So again, the foods are just keeping me level. I'm not getting like the dips that you talk about with the sugar. So that's amazing.
So your energy levels are high. Boot camp's fantastic.
Yeah, boot camp's
Weight's coming off.
I'm loving boot camp.
All round
good.
All round good, fantastic. Well, thank you for your time, and thanks for letting me interview you, sorry. And watch out for the next round, guys. Take care.